Well, the sun is just starting to come up. Been walking for 2.5 hours already. I got the world to myself basically, and street lights are just going off. Yeah, probably over there is better. Yeah, and I'm 2.5 hours of walking already in the dark. Just took off my headlamp not too long ago, and hoping to be there by noon. So probably I think I can do it. The reason I'm out so darn early is because it's just, they're having a heat wave here in Spain, especially in the center. But I'm afraid somehow some of that weather spilled over the mountains onto the north coast. They're looking at mid 80s today. And unfortunately in Spain, it's really humid here. And anytime it goes, well basically anytime the sun comes out, it gets really, really hot. I don't care, even if it's in the low 70s, it's hot. Well, today it's going to be in the mid to high 80s, and I am ultra motivated to get my little tail under cover by noon if possible. So that's the plan. That's the plan. So here we are out doing a road walk. That's what they are. Spain has a lot of roads. Getting light. It's really a beautiful time of day for light, actually. And we're on a hike. We're gonna walk. There's huge cliffs over here, huge cliffs. You can sort of see them out there. We're gonna do a hike along these cliffs, and that's about, I don't know, 6 or 7 miles. We gotta go to get to a ferry which takes us across a bay. It's a big one too, and to a huge town called Santander. We'll hop on the train, go across Santander. There's really no reason to be really no great reason to be hiking through Santander to a place out on the other side there, and we'll spend the night. So it's kind of a short day for hiking, which is fine. I could use a short day for hiking. I'm tired from yesterday. It wasn't very short. And so, yeah, you can see kind of a neat place over there. The little grass field, a cornfield right there. Amazing. But it's just, you know, right at sunrise. And of course the light is probably as good as it's going to be all day right now. So yeah, there you go. If you look way up there, you can see that gamma. I don't know if I can get it where she can see her. Here she is. There she is. This was kind of her idea of doing this hike this morning. So we're enjoying that. And yeah. What they say, and I don't know, but this is like a surfer paradise. Now today there's no wind, so not so much, but tell you what, there's been some days with some wind. Has been actually pretty amazing waves coming in there. Pretty amazing. You can hear them like 3/4 of a mile away probably.
Without real damage, you know, like it's getting stronger. And that's good. Good boy.
We're going over there and catch the boat across the bay.
Oh, we get a nice little ferry ride, which is wonderful.
I think that it is quite nice. I think that it's quite nice. Up in the breeze, keeps grandma cool. It's actually, the moment the sun comes out around here, it's just uncomfortably warm, no matter how cool it is. So it's nice to be up here in the breeze when the sun's out, and the sun is out today, which is sort of odd, kind of different. All right, crowd, here we are.
Good morning.
We are in northern Spain, the province of Cantabria. The sign of Cantabria is a bull, like a bullfighter.
Oh.
So that's the sign of Cantabria. We're about 2.5 miles out from our destination for the day. We're going to stay in a nunnery.
A convent,
A
yes.
convent.
An old convent that they are using as a hostel now.
Yeah. We're going to stay in an old convent. Let the traffic go by. Stay in an old convent that is now a hostel. So the neat thing about it is everybody gets their own room with
A bunk
a
bed.
bunk bed. So we at least we don't have to.
I call bottom bunk.
She always calls bottom bunk. Yeah, it's okay.
Here's another cool story. So, place we were at today, Daryl was doing 15. My goal was to do 5. So I decided to do the last 5 into town. Daryl left at 5 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock. I got up at about 6 and went and got on the train. I accidentally got on a train that was through. It wouldn't let me off at my stop, so I had to ride to someplace else, get on another train, come back, and then from the train station, I walked up and I saw a coffee shop. I'm like, oh, cool. I think I'll stop and have a coffee. And so I'm sitting there having my coffee, and in walks Daryl in the same coffee shop, which was wild because it was off, a little ways off trail. We just had our radar on.
But I looked down there and I said, oh, there's a coffee shop. I'm going to go get some coffee. So I walked down there and I walked in the door and she's sitting there with her back to me. And I thought, oh, I'm going to sneak up on her and give her a hug without her knowing, which we pulled off. That was kind of a cool thing.
So that was fun.
Yeah.
So we met up and now we're getting to do the last 5 miles together.
Kind of neat country. It's kind of flattish. All right. See, look, we have a little bit of a breakfast. This is actually my 3rd breakfast this morning. Had a little one at early, and then a little one later at daylight. And then this one is my one before lunch at 2 o'clock-ish probably. So this is our little shell. We use that for our plate. I have good bread here. Excellent olive oil and really, really good vinegar, balsamic vinegar. And that's breakfast.
The pears were given to us by a gal out here. She was standing at her gate, said, "Are you walking the Camino?" When we told her yes, she said, "I have fruit for you." This is our day today. Beautiful. It's where we all end up.
It's where we all end up, yeah.
water for the road.
There's the 8 o'clock bell. Look at that back there. Pretty darn cool. Pretty darn cool. Here we are booking it up the street. Let's cross the street and get on the sidewalk.
Okay. I think it's a good idea.
You could follow those young guys right up the street, but you and I aren't young guys. You know, we'll just take it easy.
I'm not feeling extremely young guy this morning.
No, we're not feeling young guy.
But we did have a nice place to sleep.
We had a great place to sleep, and we had a nice little breakfast. Great conversation with a Venezuelan young man.
Had a late start today, which was in some ways just nice.
Well, not only did we have a late start, but then we took off the wrong direction.
Oh, yeah,
that
too.
We've been walking for basically an hour and didn't go anywhere.
That was good exercise.
That was my bust for sure. This place is beautiful though. This place is neat. We don't have a very long day today either. It's all on this highway, so it's going to be an easy walk.
And what are we, 8 miles or something?
Well, 7.
7 miles.
To the middle of the bridge.
There you go.
Who knows where the place actually is? But now this is pretty. I'm going to turn around really slowly, and you can see way back there the waves coming in on the beach over there. I don't know if you can see it. It's a long ways away, but they're big.
We'll get.
But this is pretty. Look down there. A little bit of a mud flat. But the
Yep.
water's beautifully clear flowing down through there. Because this water's coming right off basically right off a place called the Picos de Europa back there, which is a high mountain area, sort of like, in Idaho it'd be sort of like the Sawtooths or something like that. Probably not quite so high or quite so rugged, but it's not far from here to there. I could walk there in, basically in a day or two I could get back. Well, here we are walking along the beach.
Surf is up. I've learned the hand signal.
Surf is
10,
up.
10, whatever it is.
Surf is up. We're talking about it being romantico, right?
Oh, so
look at this, we can hold our hands. There's a funny thing about romantico, you know. They sell a lot of that in the world, but the truth is,
it's pretty darn real.
it's pretty real when you go do it. But this is cool.
Yeah, and the little village right over there, that's where we're going to stay tonight.
We're going to stay up there, I think. Can't really see that far to see it, but there's actually a river that kind of goes up the middle of that thing.
And the mountains behind it.
Oh, you know what I see? See that big tall tower right there?
That might be it.
Here, actually, I think I might be able to point it out. It's right there. I think we're going to go over there. We're not going to go up on that big old bunch of buildings. I hadn't seen that tower till just now. So that is the tower of somebody who I can't remember.
Here's the deal. We're going to walk, what, 8 miles today?
Yeah.
And it has been surf everything. I mean, surfers and surf schools and places to camp so you can surf.
Oh,
it is
surfing everything.
Yeah.
But we did stop and ask some people. I said, hey, is this good weather for surfing? And they said, no, this is terrible. So
the waves are breaking too quickly or something.
of course we don't know.
There's a lot of people out there.
We don't know whether it's terrible. We wouldn't know. And in fact, the only time I've ever been out in waves like this, I got picked up and drilled into the sand on the bottom of and filled my pants with sand. And I thought, you know, this isn't much fun. So apparently there's a time.
Technique.
There's a time, there's a place, there's a technique, all that stuff. But at any rate, you can walk on the sand.
Oh yeah. And you know what? This is
fun.
kind of a shortcut.
Yeah,
because
a little bit.
the road and the trail goes up over and around a couple of hills. And we're like, let's just take off across the beach.
Yeah,
It was a good call.
I think so.
Look how many people are out there, Joe.
There's people out there trying.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to surf. So maybe it's better over here than it was back there. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, we're down here sort of close, where you can see out there. You see them paddling around and surfboards flying all over in the air. There's a lot of surf schools, so I am under the impression that these are beginners. What do I know about it? Anyway, they're braver than I am. I don't do water that well.
Well, this is the funnest part of through hiking, where you find a spot in the shade and you wait for the place to get open so you can be there.
Because they don't let you in till 2:33, 3
I'll show
o'clock.
you. We're waiting on that place right up there
With
to
the
get
ship.
open at 2:30 with a ship over it. See the ship up there? Yeah, that place. We're gonna go stay the night there. But it doesn't open for an hour and a half.
In a dormitory, bunk bed rooms.
In a dormitory with bunk bedrooms.
It's how we stay in budget.
We stay in budget that way because, well, you know, we're not the richest people on the trail.
We are rich,
but we're not the
but we
poorest
don't
either.
have enough money. We are rich, but we don't have that much money. So every once in a while, we stay in the dormitories because you can get those for like $10 to $30 a piece. And then we go to a place like you saw. I think you took some pictures, maybe not, last night, which is like a cheap motel room, but you're by yourself and you get some rest. That's our mode. That's how we're doing this.
So tonight we will probably need our earplugs.
Oh yeah, earplugs.
Because earplugs are...
There's like 10 bunk beds in a room, so yeah.
It could be noisy.
And we hope, because we're old, usually they let us have bottom bunks, which is really nice.
Usually we're the oldest people there, but not always.
Not
There's
always.
occasionally somebody older, but not very much older.
Not really.
Not much. So
Not really. So this is, where are we at? I don't know how many days we've been here, but
on the trail,
right.
we're pushing
Maybe
3
like-
weeks now.
Like
We're at over
15?
2.
Yeah. So the one thing I can say, here, okay. The one thing I can say is I think we're getting this down a little bit. Like how to feed ourselves, how to get some accommodations, and just how to kind of run the whole system. For those of you who are through hikers watching this, this is not a through hike. I mean, this is so much different.
So much different, yeah.
Like, you're hiking the North del Norte. It's rough. It's like
Well,
steep
especially
trail.
it was at the beginning.
Yes,
After Bilbao, it got less. After Santander, it got less.
yes.
Like we've made it 229 miles so far, and it's now just starting to be where you're not getting multiple thousands of feet every day of elevation.
Yeah.
Now, like today, we had maybe 800, 700 feet of elevation. You know, at the beginning, on the worst ones, you'd be getting 5,000, 6,000 feet of elevation in a day. And some of that stuff is almost vertical, because they would just make a road, like a path, straight up a mountain, and then pretty soon they'd put stairs on it because, you know, it's all eroded, and so you climb, literally you climb stairs that are, like, I bet some of those stairs were 800, 900 steps.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
pretty
crazy.
amazing. I'm thinking, man,
Crazy.
is this set of stairs ever going to end? You have to kind of...
And then, you know, like, I mean, it's so funny because you look at YouTube and see some people have gone through, and you think about it and look at the map, and it's like, oh, you're going through these little villages. I don't know. I had it pictured a lot different than it is. It's not quiet rural villages. The north of Spain is vacation land.
Really,
So,
yeah.
so a lot of, especially this time of the year, because it's hot interior, and cool along the coast, super nice, and it doesn't rain. Other parts of the year it rains a lot. So yeah, so it is
We're in the midst of a lot of tourists
amidst of a lot
sharing the same facilities, and it's neat. I mean,
yeah.
it's interesting, but it's not like a through hike you ever did in the United States.
No.
Not that I know of. Maybe there are places like that, but I don't know about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I mean, it's very interesting. It's good in its own way. If you like sleeping with a lot of other people every night, or paying a lot of money to sleep somewhere else,
Yeah.
that's all good. I mean, the food is interesting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's better than food in the United States at all, but it's certainly good. It's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, the vegetables do taste like the real thing
Yeah,
instead of some of the stuff we get in supermarkets, for sure. But yeah, it is a unique journey in itself. You're walking along a lot. Like today, we walked basically sidewalks or the edge of the road like a bike path. So we walked sidewalks and a bike path for what, 8 miles?
Well, plus we did about 2 miles of beach, so.
Oh yeah, we did do the beach.
Yep.
I hope you like that. That was super cool. It's been fun. This area that we've been through in the last couple days, like I had seen some surfing, but this area, especially today, it was like, it is surfing city. Like there are surf shops all over the place, surf schools all over the place. And anyway, that was kind of fun and interesting. And tomorrow we head to a place that we've been looking forward to called Bustio, because we have friends, those Cuban friends of ours, with the last name of Bustio, and we're going to take some pictures in Bustio for them. So that'll be fun. Any closing words for this video?
I'm looking forward to my nap.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking about putting my backpack down right here on this pavement and just taking a nap.
Rest while we wait for the hostel to open. That would be good. So, yeah, that's us checking in for this time, and stay tuned to more adventures. They no doubt are coming. All kinds of more adventures. Thanks for following along.